This evening on ENN Tonight.
President Trump announced a huge new tariff on China. Stick around to hear how this will affect North Carolina.
Bill Cook Park in Graham gets hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hear about what they plan to do with expanding.
And an annual tradition that'll leave you dancing with pride.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Alice Morrissey.
And I'm Charlotte Fabi. Let's dive into this week's top stories.
We begin tonight with breaking developments in the Middle East. Israel and Hamas took major steps towards a Gaza peace deal today. Hamas released 20 Israeli hostages still alive in captivity, while Israel freed nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners under the ceasefire agreement. President Trump joined world leaders in Egypt today to sign documents formalizing the U.S. broker plan to end the war. The released hostages were civilians and soldiers. 4 deceased hostages were also returned to Israel. Aid is flowing back into Gaza, and Israel has pulled back troops. But peace remains fragile, with many questions about what comes next. Rabbi of Elon Chabad, Mendy Minkowitz, told ENN that knowing the hostages are back home is a euphoric feeling. Minkowitz says that it's a special day that we won't forget anytime soon. Co-president of Elon Chabad, Abby Louboutin, says that the last 2 years were really hard knowing the hostages were still out there. But now that they're back home, Louboutin feels grateful.
There aren't even words for it, just because these are like names and faces we've been looking at pictures of for 2 years now and praying for 2 years, and just to actually see that these are real people and that they're actually like have been gone this whole time and they're finally home, and just seeing them reunite with their family is like, there's no words for how happy it makes people and for me and the rest of the Jewish community.
President Trump recently announced a 100% tariff increase on Chinese imports. And here to tell us more is ENN's Trista Panagakos to break down how these tariffs may affect North Carolinians. Trista?
Thank you, Charlotte. Currently, the United States has a 30% tariff on all Chinese imports. The new tariffs are set to take effect November 1st and come in response to China's recent announcement that they're applying export controls on rare earth minerals. The new 130% tariffs set to take effect mirror this past spring when the Trump administration implemented a 145% tariff on Chinese imports. This may start another trade war between the two economic giants, similar to the one in 2018 during Trump's first term. In 2024, North Carolina exported $5.9 billion worth of goods to China. If another trade war were to erupt, the agricultural industry in North Carolina could feel its impact. North Carolina is one of the top exporters in America for soybeans, but last spring, China scaled back its soybean imports from the U.S. China only imported 20% of its soybeans from the U.S. this past year, which is down from 41% in 2016. As trade tensions between the two superpowers grow, China looks to other markets to get their products. In an interview last spring with Elon News Network, Associate Professor of Economics Brandon Sheridan said, quote, "If the uncertainty becomes the norm, then people that previously were buying, let's say, soybeans from the U.S. decide the U.S. is not worth dealing with. There's so much uncertainty and chaos, we're just going to go with a different supplier altogether." With the ongoing government shutdown, farmers may not receive the help they need just yet. That's all I have for you on the U.S. and China's current tariff enactment. Back to the desk.
Thanks for that update, Trista. We'll be sure to keep an eye out on how those tariffs may affect us here in North Carolina. And a new law which took effect October 1st requires North Carolina sheriffs to work more closely with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, when detaining immigrants without permanent legal status. Under the new rules, sheriffs must honor federal detainer requests and can now hold individuals in local detention centers while they're being processed for deportation. Alamance County Sheriff Terry S. Johnson says his department has been partnering with ICE since 2007, but since the law has passed, the amount of people coming in and out of his detention centers has increased. Where in the past 2 or 3 people may have been detained every few days, he now says he's seeing up to 50 in just an afternoon. The legislation is part of a broader set of new North Carolina laws aimed at public safety and immigration enforcement. Johnson says he welcomes all into the Alamance County area as long as they continue to uphold the values of community.
Redistricting tensions are high in North Carolina as Republicans will try to redraw congressional maps in an attempt to gain another congressional seat during the October legislative session. With a U.S. House seat potentially at the stake, the North Carolina Democrats are calling for thousands to rally outside the General Assembly. Their message is clear: North Carolinians are watching and they're not backing down. The rally is on October 21st in Raleigh at the North Carolina State Capitol. And back with us is ENN's weather reporter, Parker Forgash. Parker, what's the weather looking like this week?
Thank you, Alice. We've had some rainy and cooler weather over the weekend, but a warm, sunny week is ahead. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight we'll see a low of 52 degrees with mostly clear conditions. Tomorrow will bring sunny skies with a high of 76. Wednesday, the first day of fall break, will be sunny with a high of 76. If you're heading out of town for fall break, you're in luck as the nor'easter moves off over the Atlantic. Sunny skies and light winds will make for smooth travel, both here in North Carolina and up the East Coast. Major hubs like Boston, Atlanta, and New York are expected to stay clear beginning midweek. Back here at Elon on Thursday and Friday, expect more clear skies with a colder high of 68 both days. The low on Thursday will drop to 41, and to start off the weekend, Saturday will bring even more sun with a high of 74. Enjoy the sunnier weather this week, Elon. Have a great fall break. That's all I have for you. Now back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that update, Parker. And on top of the nor'easter, plane delays, and the government shutdown isn't looking good for thousands of airport employees. That's because Transportation Security Administration officers and air traffic controllers are working without pay. As the shutdown drags on, airports across the U.S. are still open. The Piedmont Triad International Airport in Greensboro says that it doesn't anticipate any operational changes. Flights are continuing as scheduled, and the airport itself is not directly affected by the federal budget process. Though airports are still open, the shutdown could start to put a strain on TSA and Customs and Border Protection agents because they're required to keep working. But after reaching out to a number of agents, ENN received an automated email that the media spokesperson for North Carolina's TSA was out of office because of the current federal funding hiatus. If the shutdown continues, PTI officials say there is a risk of staffing shortages as workers miss paychecks or look for temporary jobs elsewhere. And for Elon students flying home for fall break, both Raleigh-Durham International Airport and PTI say travelers shouldn't expect any cancellations or major changes unless it's because of weather-related issues like the nor'easter. But still, airport officials and political analysts warned that long shutdowns can lead to longer security lines and slower processing times. But for now, flights are still taking off.
Bill Cook Park in the city of Graham received a Parks and Recreation Trust Fund that's over $300,000. The application process to get this funding was not easy. Only 22 parks were awarded this grant. Governor Josh Stein announced in early September that more than $8 million would go towards these 22 parks, and Bill Cook Park was one of the lucky few. Because Bill Cook Park is one of Graham's most popular parks, the director of the City of Graham's Recreation and Parks, Brian Fawcett, says that it only makes sense that they use this money to start expanding more. In the immediate future, Fawcett says they're planning on expanding on existing nature trails, which he's really excited about.
Oh, super excited. Alamance County and Graham in general has experienced a lot of residential growth over the past few years. So to be able to preserve 12 acres that is directly adjacent to one of our oldest parks and most active parks is very important for us. And so to be able to expand the area that we have to offer to all those new residents is very important for us.
This nature trail expansion is supposed to be finished in the next few months, and after that, they say they'll ask the community what other amenities they want to see added. After the break, stay tuned to hear all about homecoming.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the Living Mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
As for homecoming activities, sports games saw some high traction, and our Monica Jurevicius was at Rhodes Stadium this weekend as the Phoenix took on Villanova University. Monica's here in the studio. It's actually her birthday, and she's going to tell us about the game.
Thanks, Charlotte. Schar Center and the Global neighborhood were packed with tailgates as alumni swarmed campus for Elon homecoming. But the real question for the Phoenix was if they were going to be able to bring a win home against Villanova. Through passes, tackles, and fumbles, I have the rundown as to how the Phoenix played this weekend at Rhodes Stadium.
The Phoenix kicked off homecoming weekend leading the score for the game against Villanova University as running back TJ Thomas Jr. ran an 8-yard touchdown for the Phoenix. Early in the second quarter, quarterback Landon Clark found his way into the Wildcats' end zone from the 4-yard line. Head coach Tony Trisciani said the Phoenix knew Villanova had a good kickoff return scheme, giving the team the confidence to rush balls in hopes for another Phoenix win.
As long as they were playing some of the free high defense, then those are favorable looks to run the ball. And so that's why we were running the ball into those looks and doing a good job with it.
The second half of the game flipped on the Phoenix as the Wildcats stepped up to regain their footing in the game. Villanova's quarterback Pat McQuaid helped drive the team's stats for the game, scoring 2 touchdowns. The Phoenix were not able to stop several deep throws, hurting their score by the end of the third quarter.
That's just where they beat us, down the field. We're going to ask our back end to really stand tall against a vertical passing game.
Clark made a play to find an open receiver in the last 6 seconds of the game, but threw an interception, solidifying the Wildcats' fate. The Phoenix fell short of a win, losing 29-21, ending their 6th conference game winning streak. Monica Jurevicius, ENN Tonight.
The Phoenix are on the road next week as they play at William & Mary on October 18th. The Tribe is currently ranked number 4 in the Coastal Athletic Conference. If you're watching from home, you can live stream the game from Flow College Sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Monica. And as the sun went down on Saturday night, the Elon men's soccer team faced UNC Wilmington, and ENN's Benjamin Burfield has all the details on what went down.
Elon won their first game since September 16th with a thrilling victory over UNC Wilmington on Senior Day. They played an intense game that involved lots of defense for the majority of the match. Yet despite being tied at 0 heading into halftime, Head coach Mark Reeves wasn't pleased with Elon's play and expected more from the start.
Disappointed in our energy, disappointed in our competitive levels. We were poor in the build and really didn't do anything the first half.
Elon's offense was a lot different in the second half as they had multiple scoring chances. However, the Phoenix remained scoreless until junior defender Charlie Kitts converted a header with 4 minutes remaining. The score ultimately clinched a 1-0 victory as Elon held firm the rest of the way. Kitts was grateful to contribute on senior day, saying it meant a little more than other games.
I mean, every time you come out here, you really get that urge to get it done. I mean, tonight just feels great, especially senior night. I mean, there's no better way to do it, to be honest.
Elon's 1-0 win now moves them to 6-2-5 on the year. Benjamin Burfield, ENN Tonight.
The Phoenix now head down to face off against College of Charleston next Saturday.
Head coach of Elon's baseball team, Mike Kennedy, was inducted into the Elon Sports Hall of Fame. Kennedy is entering his 30th season leading the team, taking over as head coach in 1996. Before that, he was behind the plate as catcher for Elon from 1988 to 1990. During his career as a player, the team recorded a 102 wins, but Kennedy's impact on Elon's baseball goes far beyond wins and losses. Kennedy led the program through the transition between an NCAA Division II and an NCAA Division I team. He's guided multiple teams through conferences titles and NCAA tournaments appearances. Kennedy has coached a number of players that were selected into the MLB draft as well. On the early Saturday morning of homecoming game, most people are probably sleeping and getting ready for the big day. But for Elon's 7 a.m. tailgate, their day has just began. ENN's Emma Luckman has more on this event.
At Elon Ingold parking lot, a tailgate tradition started by 4 alumni, the Elon 7 a.m. tailgate began bright and early to kick off Elon's homecoming weekend.
We've been together for 14, 15 years, and as 4 guys, we started coming at like 9 o'clock, and then we got so excited, and then we started coming at 7 o'clock.
But for them, there's something special that comes with Elon's homecoming games: the food.
Homecoming, we want to treat special, so what we try and do is get a pig, do a whole pig. So that's what we do every homecoming now.
While the pig roasting is fun for the founders of Elon's 7 a.m. tailgate, it's the community and camaraderie that keeps them going.
I know we're all getting older as we go. It's just, you don't think it's ever going to end. It will, but it's like you just look forward to every year because you never know what the next year brings.
It's just our favorite. It's kind of our Super Bowl.
Emma Luckman, ENN Tonight.
7 a.m. Tailgate says they will continue their tradition throughout other games, including baseball, soccer, and lacrosse.
Years of history filled Elon's Snow Family Grand Atrium this weekend as the School of Communications commemorated a major milestone. ENN's Angelina Fantaroni was there to celebrate the 25th anniversary event.
With food, memories, and even an alumni award, the Elon School of Communications is celebrating its 25th anniversary, right down the hall from our studio. The School of Communications honored TV writer and producer Asha Michelle Wilson, class of 2013, as Alumna of the Year, a surprise she didn't see coming.
When I first got the email, I thought it was just another Elon marketing email, but then I saw specifically Dean Gaither referring to me, and I was like, oh.
The first dean of the School of Communications, Paul Parsons, shared how the school grew from small classrooms to national accreditation.
We lowered class sizes, required an internship of all students, hired faculty with significant professional experience.
And as the school looks to the future, Dean Ken Gaither says the focus remains on the students, past and present.
It's embedded in our school mission statement to prepare undergraduate and graduate students to be exemplary communicators with a commitment to the public good in this diverse, interactive, and global age.
Angelina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
Gaither also thanked the alumni in the room for giving back. And Elon held a dedication ceremony of the new Toshio Sato Commons, formerly known as Global Commons. Toshio Sato studied at the university after moving here from Japan and was the first international graduate from the university in and graduated in 1920 when the college was only 31 years old. During her time at Elon, Sato was named senior class secretary and the president of student council. She was also involved in several campus organizations, including the Young Women's Christian Association and the Syphiline Literary Society. After graduating with a bachelor's degree in philosophy, Sato returned to Japan, where she worked as a teacher.
The Elon student band Yards Davis opened for the Plain White T's at this year's homecoming Rock the Block. I was there to take in the sights and sounds of the show.
Yards Davis started as a few friends playing music in their freshman year dorm, but now the band played one of the biggest concerts yet, opening for the Plain White T's. The group played a set list of all original songs, most written by lead singer Maya Spencer. Spencer says the opportunity to share her music in a setting like this makes her emotional.
I love performing, I always have, and so being on any stage feels like cathartic and just very free. And it's kind of a grounding moment when I look out into the crowd.
The Plain White T's opening band was selected through a video audition, then chosen by Elon's Student Union Board. Spencer says that she and her bandmates jumped on the opportunity to enter. The band ended its set by playing Sugar, a song they plan to release October 31st. Alice Morrissey, ENN Tonight.
Yards Davis says they're grateful for all the support they've received from the Elon community after the show and hope to continue to create and play music as long as they can. A celebration of Indigenous tradition, finding out more after the break. Once a year, Ground Zero laser tag goes from a fun birthday party spot to an extreme college challenge course.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, woo-wee, every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, but let's get right back into laser tag. Once a year, Ground Zero laser tag goes from a fun birthday party spot to an extreme challenge course with their annual Purge tournament. I was there to learn more about the behind the scenes of this big night. Ground Zero Laser Tag opened their doors to those who take laser tag very seriously for something called the Purge Tournament.
With the Purge, we're just trying to give some of our better players a little more challenge. The Purge just takes the best of the best throughout the whole year and allows them to take it to that next level.
And the prize if you win, $50 and a 1-month subscription. This 100-minute game gives participants the most extreme conditions the course has to offer. Owner and founder of Ground Zero, Boomer Robinson, says he finds inspiration through video games like Call of Duty.
It's an event for us and a business that I feel caters to people who may have lost that sense of playing like being a kid again.
Organizations like the Texas Rangers and Alamance County Police have visited Ground Zero to do trainings. Although the course has an intense environment, competitors say the community overall has a welcoming vibe.
So it's just a great culture where people just have a lot of fun, and everybody comes with one commonality: let's just have a good time.
Alice Morrissey, ENN Tonight. Ground Zero's motto is "Become the Game," a nod to the high standards of equipment and competition within their facility.
The Occoneechee Band of the Saponi Nation held their 40th annual powwow in Burlington, and ENN's Rachel Hawley was there to watch the festivities take place.
A celebration 4 decades in the making. The Occoneechee Band of the Saponi Nation's 40th annual powwow.
This is our home place. This is where our people are.
The powwow tradition includes singing and dancing, but it's also a place to learn. Chairman of the tribe, Tony Hayes, says powwows are open to everyone.
Powwows are traditionally about Indians wanting to share their culture with the non-Indians.
North Carolina has the second largest Native American population east of the Mississippi, and the executive director of the state's Commission of Indian Affairs appreciates the state's recognition.
We're fortunate to be in a state where we have tribes with strong leadership that keep that type of recognition going.
The Occoneechee Band of the Saponi Nation has tribal grounds throughout Alamance, Caswell, and Orange counties, including on Elon's campus. Elon University and the tribe have a close relationship, and they're always encouraging students to learn more about the tribe. For any Elon students who are interested in getting involved or learning more about the Occoneechee Band of the Saponi Nation, tribal leaders recommend visiting their website, obsn.org.
Richardson also noted that Governor Josh Stein made a proclamation that today is Indigenous Peoples Day in North Carolina.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only.
Well, that's all we have for you this evening.
Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night, Elon.